everyone's attention, if you want to grab a seat, whatever you want to do, we'll get these festivities started. Good, everyone's attention. If you want to grab a seat for a minute, I'll turn the microphone over to the juniors in a second. If everyone wants to grab a seat, if I can get that basketball from here, please. Can I get that basketball? Thank you. It was an exciting game. I personally want to thank all the kids, the spectators, and the parents, and the adults. Have the potential to go somewhere else in the game, and I want to thank all the people for wrestling involved. Thank you. So, whatever you all turn over for the line, I'm probably ready.
Way back when I was in the 7th grade, I was on the Ursuline JV team along with Shannon and a lot of other incredible seniors. Sorry. I can honestly say that playing with that team was one of the greatest experiences and also the reason that I transitioned into Ursuline Center. Shannon Sullivan was a huge part of this. The first time that I met Shannon, well, more like saw her from a distance, I was sitting in my 7th grade homeroom when one of my classmates, Jim, came up to me and told me that one of the older girls wanted to see me. So I I timidly stepped into the hallway, only to be stared down from a distance by Shannon and a couple of the other freshmen at the time. Now I know that they were just trying to size up the little seventh. Thinking that I had just been trapped in another awkward situation, I went on with my day, until I was in the library that afternoon. Who else but Shannon Sullivan walks in and sits at the computer next to me. Then she starts pulling up pictures of chicken contestants. For reasons unexplainable. She abruptly turns to me and essentially has a panic attack right then and there. She was talking 1,000 miles a minute about how nervous she was for trial that day. When she finally calmed down, she calmly posed the question. So, are you feeling nervous at all? Up until that moment, I had been fine. But this girl that I had just met sitting next to me had freaked me out to the max. Everything went fine though, and that year Shannon and I became really close friends. We would shoot around before and after practice, taking Kobe shots, which are basically ridiculous fadeaway corner shots that should never be taken in a game of basketball. We had a blast shooting and we yelling, Kobe, in our little adolescent voices. I will never forget the home game versus NBA that year, when we gained a huge lead of 15 with less than a minute left, and I look over to Shannon, running across the court and screaming, we got this, Kels! We got it in the bag! Her fist pumping and everything. She was about to walk off the court. I high-fived her and proceeded to tell her that the game was not over yet and we still had to get back on defense. Although I had younger than her, Shannon was overly welcome to me and treated me no different than the rest of them. In the words of John Maxwell, there is no such thing as a half-hearted champion. Shannon Sullivan most definitely does not know the meaning of half-hearted. Every practice and every game, Shannon brought everything she had to the table. On multiple occasions, when the team itself was falling apart on the court, Coach Murphy would use the phrase, Shannon came to play today, what about the rest of you, to motivate us to be better. In those moments, Shannon held the team together. We couldn't have done it without her. As most of you already know, Shannon is an incredibly passionate girl, and this really expresses her intense love for the game. She is an exceptional role model and an amazing player. Shannon is always self-sacrificing herself, as well as her body, for the good of the team, mostly by throwing herself on the floor at random times, which gives the whole team, including Coach, a good laugh. As you might have guessed from my chicken intestines reference, I have many vivid memories of Shannon, and I will cherish forever. This team won't be the same without you, and that infamous green sweatband of yours. I am going to miss you so much next year. Good luck in college, don't forget to remember us. The 6 years Shannon has spent at Ursuline have been very memorable ones for her and everyone around her. I'm so thankful that I was by her side for at least 4 of those years. Over the last few years of soccer and basketball seasons, we have grown closer and grown like an older sister to me. We have had so many good times this season, and you never fail to make me laugh with your sassy comments or facial expressions. You have had an irreplaceable role in the team. You always work hard on the court and support everyone. You are such a great leader on this team, and your consistent hard work and effort are infectious and make everyone want to play better. We have had such great memories this season. On the court, your lightning fast speed and spot-on three-point shooting made a big difference in our games. You always cheered during practice and encouraged us to play our best. I am so sad for you to leave us next week. We will all miss your jokes and vibrant personality, both on and off the court. Have fun at college and make sure you come back and visit us. Love you so much. This speech is very overdue from soccer season. However, this basketball season, I feel like we have become much closer friends and teammates, and I'm glad that I have the chance to make up for it tonight. Although I always tell you how abusive you are to me, I really do love you in our relationship. We have had so many good times over this season. You are an amazing captain. The way you and O'Malley lead this team makes us, as players, want to play better for you. You lead this team not only through words, but through action. It is clear to all of us that every time you step on the court, give your all. Your unbeatable defense and outstanding drives have been instrumental in our team's success this year. You are always close to the court and are confident in our team. Over this last season of basketball, we have had great memories. Whether it was speaking to each other in Spanish on the court, holding you up on O'Malley and Morgan's shoulders in New York so we could peek into the coach's room, or sending a million Snapchats to me on the bus. You always managed to make me laugh. Not only were you a positive influence in my basketball life, but in my academic life. You always encouraged me to do homework with you after school, even driving me with Oreos. I am going to miss you so much next year and know the rest of the seniors and the rest of the team feel the same way. I love you, Courtney. You are undoubtedly the hardest worker on this team. No matter how tired you were or how much your shoulder hurt, you were always willing to go out there and play for your team. Coming off a tough injury, you had an immense impact on the second you stepped on the court. Your work ethic and team spirit are inspirational to all of us. Not only were you a great teammate, you were a great captain. On the floor, you set the precedent for playing a part. I think we can all agree that your unwavering commitment to this team was important to our success. I can't imagine where we'd be as a team this year without your leadership. You are always the first one to suggest team bonding and dinners and always have a positive attitude. When we were losing games or in tight games, you would always pick us up in the halftime speeches or individual pep talks. Whenever I was down and frustrated, you would encourage me to play better. Whenever we were hurting, we would talk about how great we felt, and it almost made it a little better. We have had so many great memories this year on and off the court. Some of these memories include watching the Hunger Games in your room, saying, shoot, in practice, the struggles you and Courtney had with the cheer, roll bears, and drag racing. On behalf of the entire team, I would like to thank you for being an outstanding teammate, captain, and friend, and wish you luck in college next year.